Yep.
Thank you very much for the introduction. As Quincy just said, we are system integrators. So our job is to build special tailor-made machines tooling for industries, specifically for healthcare and semiconductor industry, which are clean industry because they don't need the same cleanability. Some are for contamination, other for particle. I'm going to be very quick with this, but we have 4 activities. We have some on-shelf products. We build some machines for this industry, and we have a validation activities. But the one which interests us will be the innovation lab, where we have a 5G private network working. So just to introduce very quickly, as I just said before, healthcare and semiconductor industry, we've put some of our clients standard just to understand. We are making machines for very high level of exigence for our clients. So they could be a bit frightened about innovation, because the machines are installed in a clean room. It's very hard to just to say, okay, am I going to take a risk with this machine? So we built 3 years ago now, Tech Lab 1.0. The main objectives of this lab is just to test and to look behind the curtain of all marketing slides. It's 2 main objectives, which are firstly for us to be able to test new technologies and to understand how they work, and for our clients to be able to do some proof of concepts to test this technology for them. And this is our business model. We are testing mainly technologies which are useful for industry of the future, for the industry 4.0. Some of them are more classical for our jobs, like collaborative and mobile robotics on advanced mechatronics, for example. And some are more not so useful, but could be interesting for our clients and for us as well, like extended reality, digital twins. And we've been working with IoT, big data, and the new generation networks. And that's why we are here today, and that's why I'm here today. We had the chance 2 years ago now in summer 2021 to sign a partnership with providers of 5G networks, and to build a 5G network at our place, and to be able to test it, to evaluate it, and just to see behind the curtains. So I'm not a seller. I won't say I'm gonna sell a 5G private network, but we want to understand it, to understand how it works, how it will be useful for the industry of the future. And to do that, we have to test it. We have to be with our hands, and just to understand how it works. So our objectives with this lab is really to federate and accelerate the ecosystem around 5G. When we began 1.5 years ago, we saw that there wasn't a lot of people playing in this playground. There were few integrators, few people, but not everybody was able to answer the industrial question. And since 1.5 years, we can see that there is a real acceleration with this ecosystem, and we want to be a part of it. And the other objective is to do some to help our clients to understand how 5G private network and 4G as well, but 5G private network can help them to build the next industry. I want to go through everything just to understand how we see at MGA the future for industry. And there is 4 major topics. If I begin with the worker, in the future, the worker will be connected. We can already see a lot of these things in industrial plants, but 5G will help to deploy all these use cases. There's a lot of job to do at the workshop level. We can see that in semiconductors, they're very far ahead because everything is automatized, and whereas in the pharmaceutical industry, they're pretty late because they can't automatize because of all the regulations they have. And there is a lot of improvement to do for the digital production, as Gilles say as well. Dassault system technologies can help a lot for digital twins and a higher level for the smart factory. So our job since a year now, it was to find use cases in all of these activities, to make them work in 5G and to show our clients that it will work. In 2022, we had deployed 6 use cases in 5G just to make this understandable. We've been working with a worker, with virtual reality and augmented worker. We've been playing with safety lone worker security as well. We had a camera working, critical communication. We did a bit of supervised supervision, deported supervision, which is a main focus for 5G for us to, and been working as well with network connectivity. If you want more details about this use case, don't hesitate to ask, but I can talk a lot with it, so I try to be precise and short. As I said before, our objective with our private network is to do some awareness for our clients, just to make them understand how it works and to go ahead with it. So we've been playing some events for highly qualified clients just to understand it and to demonstrate. We will do another one in October next year if everything goes well. We've did a lot. Yeah, we've been playing a lot with conference, and we've been as well involved with a 5G mission from Philippe Herbert on the 5G. Kuhn talk about it later, but there is some few white paper written in French, but it explains a lot of things. Very interesting is there is not one 5G. There is 5G for every use cases will be different. A seaport haven't got the same problematics than an airport, than a chemical industry or semiconductor industry or healthcare industry. So, and there is a lot of different way to see it and different way to approach it. And 5G can answer quite a few of all these problematics. So it's very important to ask the good people to know how it works. And very shortly, what we're gonna do this year and what we're trying to do this year. The first year we've been working on 5G experiments, more on the shelf use cases, and now we are working with more industrial use cases as Amon can do. We want to test how 5G will help in our world of machines inside a factory. So we've been we have a partnership with an engineering school to deploy a latency test, cybersecurity test, and just to understand exactly how every protocol in 5G can work. We've been working on the white paper, which went out just last month, and we are working as well with all the problematic of mobility, communication mobility. So to understand well, we are trying to see behind the curtain for everybody. We're trying to help to be there for providers, for PMA, private network providers, to give them some feedback about how industrial world can work. And we are here as well for industrial clients who ask what's behind the marketing slides, and we could help them with this. That's all for me. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask them at the end of this webinar.